There we go. Okay, so thank you for being on with me tonight. My name is Beth Phillips, and we're going to be going over a topic that is so important for our bodies. This is really one of my favorite topics to teach on because your immune system is tied to your gut, and that's not something that was really widely known until the last few years. So if this is something that's going to be new information for you, I'm really looking forward to seeing how it's going to have an effect on your life. Partly because for a lot of people that are going to be viewing this live and are going to be watching the recording, you might be the pioneer in your family that's looking into supporting yourself through natural solutions. And so you might feel sometimes a little bit undereducated or overwhelmed, knowing that you want to support yourself and not really knowing what that looks like. And so that's why I love this presentation so much, is it really does educate you from the ground up on how to achieve the best lifestyle and the best wellness that you can have for your body. Everybody's different. Everybody's lifestyle is different, but there's things that we can do to support it. And doTERRA is such a fabulous component in doing that. That's why we love this company so much, is the research that they put into not only sourcing where the material comes from, but also how they combine it in such a way that it can be absorbed the best by our body. And you're really going to see that in the probiotics that we talk about later. The science that went into developing that capsule is so key into how effective it is for us. And so that's just part of the reason that I love this so much. And so this presentation is Healthy from the Inside Out, a fresh start to a healthy you. And one of the key pieces that doTERRA focuses on is a wellness lifestyle. So these are the building blocks for wellness. And one of the things that I really appreciate about doTERRA is that this is forefront in their mission. They don't just want to say use our products and continue doing what you're doing and everything's going to turn out great, because it's not. This is a lifestyle. It's all the components that come together. And so you'll see here the different levels. Starting at the bottom, level 1 is eating right. That is key. We are what we eat. So that's really the ground level of where we need to start with helping our lifestyle. And then on top of that is exercise. And they've done a study that about 78% of adult Americans are underactive for how we should be, but we're not going to really touch on that tonight. But just know that 78% of Americans are underactive. We don't move as much as we used to, and it has a lot to do with our society, our jobs that we have now, how much time we spend sitting in the car, commuting to and from, but exercise is a key piece. So that's level 2. Level 3 is resting and managing stress. We know how dangerous and detrimental to our health stress is. So that's something that definitely needs to be addressed. We are able to do that as well with the essential oils, which is really cool. But that, again, is another topic. That's not what we're going to be talking about tonight. But if you guys have been doing the 30-day challenge with us this month in January, you have been addressing that. And part of that is with that serenity that you're doing, the essential oil and the capsules, that's helping achieve rest. And then you have your citrus oils that are helping with managing stress, and also frankincense that's helping with that. Level 4 is reducing your toxic load, and that's what we're going to focus on tonight. It is so important and not something that a lot of people know about. So that's why this is a topic that is so important. And then above that, so all of those pieces below are lifestyle, and the ones above that have to do with our health care. So level 5 is informed self-care, and that's usually where people start when they are addressing their health issues. Here in the West, a lot of people live with the ambulance mentality. It's kind of a let's wait and see if it gets worse mentality, and they hope that it gets better, and if it doesn't, then they seek medical care. So a lot of people are used to starting in that purple and blue box. And we're going to take it down a step, and we're going to go back to looking at that toxic load and seeing what kind of impact that can make on your body. So where do we get toxins from? We are exposed to a huge toxic load every day. They say that our generation is exposed to more toxins in one day than our great-grandparents were in their entire lifetime. And the EPA says that we have an exposure to over 80,000 different kinds of chemicals. And so where is this coming from? One area is pathogens. Another area is the chemicals that we're using in cleaners that are in our skincare and body products, what we're eating and drinking, all those different things, and also what's out in the air, the radiation from our cell phones, from microwaves, all that other stuff. And so you can see why our body's inundated with toxins on a daily basis. And so the more we can do to help your body fight that off, it will be stronger, and it's going to promote healthy cells longer, and that's what we want. We want to slow down the aging process of our cells. We want to keep healthy cells reproducing and intact, because that's what keeps your body healthy. So the exposure pathways that you have, your main ones are your lungs, your GI tract, and your skin. So when you think of your body is kind of like a donut. You have two skins. You've got your skin on the outside that is your barrier to the outside world, and you also have a skin running down the middle that's very similar, that's running down your lungs, your stomach. So both sides of your body that are exposed to the outside world are coated with that skin. So that's one exposure pathway. Then you've got your lungs. So that's when we're breathing the stuff in, we're breathing in air. We're breathing in the cleaning chemicals and the smog that's in the air. That's another exposure pathway. And then you've got your GI tract, and that has to do with what you're consuming in food. And that's why the food was at the bottom of the pyramid being so important, because your stomach is where the outside world meets the inside of your body. So we need to take care of that the best that we can. So the ways to reduce the toxic load is, number one, to avoid as much exposure as we can. And one way we can do that is simply washing produce with lemon oil. I don't know if you guys have done this yet, but you can make up a spray bottle with some lemon oil and actually use it to rinse off your fruit and vegetables before you eat them. And the reason that you want to do this is there are two main types of pesticides that they use on fruits and vegetables. Number one, how it works, it's a neurotoxin. And so the way it kills the bugs is that it's a neurotoxin. And so when we take that in, it's also a neurotoxin to us. And so, of course, that's not a good idea. The second type of pesticide that's used affects the reproductive system of the bugs. And so they can't reproduce. So they're trying to kill them off that way. Well, you can see in our society what that's done. There's so much issue around reproductive issues with people that didn't used to be. And so part of that has to do with taking in and ingesting these pesticides that were created to disrupt the reproductive system of the bugs. Well, of course, it's going to have an effect on us as well. So that one step of just rinsing your produce with lemon oil is helpful. The other thing that we can do is diffuse essential oils into the air. That's a great way to help purify the air. Running Purify in your diffuser, or lemon, On Guard, eucalyptus, anything like that is going to help purify the air. That's also important to do, especially in the winter time, because maybe our windows aren't open as much as they normally are. That's something I have to be conscious of up here because it is cold outside. So I don't have the windows open all the time. I love having the windows open, but if it's cold outside, you don't do it as much. And so you want to make sure that you're airing out the house, but then you can also add in diffusing essential oils to help keep the air healthy. It also helps if you're diffusing On Guard. If you have people come over and they're sick, it's going to help with those airborne pathogens. This is just a picture here of another way that you can help reduce toxic exposure in your home through things like laundry detergent, your toothpaste, your shampoo and conditioner. Something to think about, we all have like our favorite shampoo and conditioner and it smells really good. But think about when you're in a hot, steamy shower, you've got all the pores in your head open, and you're putting on these chemical products, and it's got a direct contact with your brain. So it's just something to be aware of. It's something to think about. We don't want to like scare you. That's not the purpose of this, but it's just to educate you. And as you're working on changing out things in your home, these are really good options. And the nice thing that we're going to talk about at the end is if you have an account already, you have a membership, then you earn points back from ordering this stuff. So you're just replacing stuff that you get at Target or Walmart, and they don't ever reward you no matter how long you shop there with free stuff, but doTERRA does, so that's really cool. So just making the changeover slowly in your skin products, what you're putting on, what you're washing your body with, what you're putting in your hair, and what you're washing your clothes with, and brushing your teeth. The second way to reduce toxic load is to help support defensive functions in the body. And the best way, hands down, to do this is with our Lifelong Vitality. If you haven't had a chance to try it, it is our #1 selling product for a reason. They work. And the science that has gone into this, there's a chiropractor that's on one of the teams that we talk with, and he's actually gone through and broken down why each of the ingredients that are in there, and they are matched up in a way that our body absorbs it, and it's healthy, and it's really nourishing and fortifying our cells, which is what you want. It's providing extra energy for your body. It's helping your liver function like it's supposed to. And it's also neutralizing free radicals. So free radicals are a byproduct of life. They even come from exercise, but they are like rust on a car. They cause the aging process in our cells. So helping to neutralize that is going to slow down that aging process, and that's what we're looking for. They also help bring down excessive inflammation in the body. And we as a society have excessive inflammation, and it has to do with our diet. And because of that, inflammation is the #1 cause of disease. So think of the autoimmunes, the arthritis, all of that is from an excessive amount of inflammation in the body. So if you can be bringing that down, so much easier for your body to tackle it when it's not in such a diseased, inflamed state. So this is a picture of it here. This is your Lifelong Vitality. You've got the Alpha CRS. This is the blend that helps fight the free radicals and slow the aging process. You've got your omega oils, which are good for heart and brain health, and it also helps your memory function. And then the Microplex VMZ are your multivitamins. So this is all the nutrients and minerals that your body needs to help it function like it's supposed to. And the delivery process of this is really well. So it's actually absorbed through your intestine. You're absorbing more of it. So if you're familiar with taking vitamins, a lot of times you pee out a lot of yellow because you're not actually absorbing what they're giving you, because who knows what's in that bottle. They could be coming from a synthetic source. And when it's synthetic, your body doesn't recognize it. It can't absorb it. So it doesn't matter how much B or C or D is in there if it's in a form your body can't absorb. And that's where the science behind doTERRA is so beneficial, because they've put it in a way that your body can absorb it. So if you haven't tried these yet, highly, highly recommend it. They do come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't feel more energy and less inflammation, you can send them back. And so it's like risk-free. Try them. They're absolutely incredible. So #3 on reducing the toxic load is helping to support the elimination functions of the body. And so this is where we're going to really get into the meat of what's so important and why it's so important, and what products you can use to do this. So you've got different elimination pathways in your body. You've got your primary chimneys, and that is your liver, kidney, and gallbladder. That is where waste is supposed to be excreted through. And then you also have backup or secondary chimneys, and that's your respiratory system and your skin. What happens is if your primary chimneys are clogged, and this happens through, they get gummed up with different medications, lifestyle, maybe you didn't eat as well as you could have or exercise as much as you could, and so your organs kind of get gunked up. When your primary chimneys aren't functioning, your secondary chimneys get overworked. And so that's why, I don't know if you guys have noticed, like sometimes when people are doing a cleanse, if they break out, you know, they get a rash, they get these skin eruptions, it's because the body's having to overutilize these secondary chimneys. And so this part is key, because if your primary ones are not functioning and you jump into a cleanse, then your respiratory system and your skin will take it on, because your body needs to get it out somehow. And so you may be cleansing and you notice that you have a lot of congestion and you get sick. It's because that respiratory chimney is getting overworked, or your skin breaks out, you get a rash, things like that. Then you know that the toxins aren't leaving your body the way that they're supposed to. So it's not the end of the world, but it is a sign that something is not functioning in your body like it should, and your secondary chimneys are getting overworked. And so that's not the most comfortable way to do a cleanse. So what we want to talk about is supporting optimal elimination, ensuring that your primary chimneys are functioning like they should. That means that your intestinal tract is working like it should, so is your urinary tract, and so is your liver. And that will prevent the overuse of your secondary chimneys, like skin eruptions, which nobody enjoys. So we're going to try to eliminate that as much as we can. So how you promote proper elimination is with 2 of the products that are in the cleanse. So if you guys have been doing the 30-day challenge with us, you have been prepping your body in order to take part in this if you want to, with the Terrazyme. And we're going to talk more about Terrazyme in a minute, but it is one of those pieces that helps your body break things down the way it's supposed to. What you want to add in is the Zendocrine Detox Complex, and this one's really key in opening up those primary chimneys. So you've got your gastrointestinal tract, that's what it looks like, and your intestines, and the surface area of your GI tract is equivalent to that of a tennis court. So it's very large and it's very busy in there. If it's the surface area of a tennis court, if you took all those villi and laid them out flat, that's how much is compacted inside of your digestive system. And the function of all of these is to collect nutrients, absorb it into your body. That's how your body gets nutrition, is from all these little villi and cells and everything that's going on in there. So what you want to be able to do is support that so that it stays clean. So those villi aren't getting gunked up, they're not getting damaged, they're not getting flattened out and unusable. And so one of the products that helps do that is the Terrazyme. So it's going to help support healthy digestion and metabolic processes. So your food's moving through there like it's supposed to, it's getting broken down, and your body's able to absorb nutrients from it. Why this piece is so key and really something that anyone could be taking every day is because enzymes come from raw food. And so our diet should be 80% raw food. But I don't know anybody, most people don't eat 80% raw food, and we have a lot of animal products in our diet. So anytime you cook something, and anything that wasn't live to begin with, all the processed foods that we eat, they're dead foods. They don't contain any of these enzymes. If you're not eating food that contains enzymes, that puts extra stress on your body to try to create all these enzymes that you're not getting from your food. So by taking the Terrazyme, what it's doing is it's assisting your metabolic processes, and it's also taking that stress off your body of having to try to create all these enzymes because we're not eating the way that we should. So, and even if you do eat good, it's just the enzymes aren't occurring in our foods like they used to. It just has to do with farming and shipping processes and how old the food is by the time we get it from a store. It's all of that plays into it. So that's why this is such a good supplement, and you want to take it anytime you're eating non-live food, because you need enzymes to help break it down. So if you're having like a really good green smoothie, you don't need it. But if you're having meat and potatoes, then you're going to need some kind of enzyme to help break down and get nutrients out of that food and help it move out of your digestive system so it's not sitting in there. Oh, another cool thing about this is if you take it on an empty stomach, it will still find something to do. So what it's going to do is go to work on old food that's in your digestive tract. So meat and things that take a lot longer to break down, it will actually go in there and break down old food that you have in there, which is really cool. So if you take it like at night before you go to bed and you haven't eaten in a couple hours, it's going to go to work on breaking down old stuff, which is cool. So this is the proper pathway of elimination. The toxin comes in, your liver takes care of it, it's eliminated through the kidney and the colons. That's what it's supposed to do. What you want to do to help support that function so that that's happening and just your primary chimneys are being used is endocrine. So this detox complex goes through, and we call it a chimney sweep. So you've got your 5 chimneys, and it's going to go through and sweep them out so that they can work like they're supposed to. And this is your liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin. And it helps support the body so it's cleansing and filtering like it's supposed to. This is not the same as the essential oil blend. This is a powder complex of herbs. So that's the function of this. So this is something that you want to take before you start detoxing, because you want to make sure those exit pathways are open so that you don't have the skin eruptions, so you don't have the lung, your respiratory system getting clogged up. So this represents your liver, because liver is king in your body. It provides over 500 functions in your body. It is so important. And so we need to take care of it so that it's able to do what it needs to do. And one of the ways that we can do that is with the Zendocrine oil. So there's 2 ways that you can get Zendocrine. It comes in an oil, an essential oil, or you can get it in a soft gel. And what it's going to do is go through and help detox different parts of your body. So we're going to go through what each of these does. So you've got tangerine. Tangerine has one of the highest limonene contents. Limonene is a component that is fantastic in helping the cells behave themselves, you know what I'm talking about. And it also helps promote normal activity in the cells. We want to shut down as much abnormal activity in our cells as we can, and tangerine is really good at that, and it tastes and smells amazing. Juniper berry is in there because it's a wonderful support to our kidneys. It really helps with kidney and urinary function. And cilantro is one of the only heavy metal chelators on Earth. So that's a reason that's in there. So things like mercury and lead, if we're eating fish, there's unfortunately a lot of metals in there. If we've had metal fillings, that's something that always stays in your body, and cilantro is one of the only things that can get that out. Geranium is a really diverse oil and not one that we may use a lot, so it's good to be able to get it here. And what it does is it helps provide heart support, and it's really supportive to the emotions. So as you're going through this cleansing process, you're going to detox not only physical stuff, but you're also going to detox emotional stuff. And I don't want to scare you. This is a good thing. We want to go through this process because old stuck physical things and emotional things, they manifest in your body in ways that are not good. So we want to clean that out as much as we can. And so geranium is going to be in there to help you, support you emotionally as you're going through this. And then rosemary helps with mental acuity and mental function. So of course, that is very helpful. It's also really good for your adrenals. So if you are someone who has looked into adrenal fatigue, a lot of us deal with that. I mean, our lifestyles are so crazy busy. We're go, 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 and drink more coffee to keep going. And so we get stuck with adrenal fatigue, which is when you've just zapped your adrenals and they're not functioning like they should. And so rosemary is really supportive to that. For men, it's helpful in preventing high inflammation in the prostate as well. So just know that rosemary is a good oil for that. The other thing that this blend does on the side, you've got the physical component where it's helping clear out those organs. It's also working on your endocrine system, which is your hormonal system. So for women, this is a really good thing. You'll notice that it may, as you're taking it over time and you're cleaning that out, parts of your cycle that maybe have been hard might lessen up as that part of your body gets balanced. So that's another side benefit of going through this process, is cleaning out that endocrine system. So this is it in a gel cap if you don't want to do the oil, and it helps support your liver, kidneys, and your endocrine detoxification systems. And it was just saying tangerine had replaced grapefruit, they added juniper berry, and they added cilantro. All right, so this is one of the next pieces. This is your big guns. During the 30-day cleanse, you're only doing this for 10 days because this is really bringing the muscle. And this is GX Assist, and it is your gastrointestinal cleansing part of the cleanse. So you're gonna see, I'll just kind of flip down there really quick. Hang on, don't look at these. As you're doing the cleanse, you are doing different pieces. So you're starting off with the Terrazyme and the Zendocrine to help clear those exit pathways. And then the Zendocrine oil is going to help detoxing. You start the GX Assist after the first 10 days, and that's when you're starting to really kill off stuff. So now I'm going to go back. So this is it's a tiny little capsule. It's really easy to take. And what it has in there is oregano, melaleuca, lemon, lemongrass, peppermint, and thyme. So the reason the oregano is in there, oregano is a hot oil. It's really unfriendly to bacteria, and that's what we want. Bacteria does not want to hang out in this environment when oregano is there. And melaleuca has been studied for its ability to help with candida. So candida is kind of a buzzword. We've heard of that. It is naturally occurring in your body, but when you've been through things like antibiotics that wipe out good and bad bacteria, it gives candida a chance to proliferate. And when you have too much candida in your body, you can Google the symptoms of that. It's brain fog, fatigue, joint pain. I mean, there's so much that goes along with having too much candida in your body. So being able to take that out is a good thing. Another thing that's really interesting is that candida is supposed to be in your body a little bit. It's a source of food for your bacteria, but when it gets in that imbalanced range is when it's not helpful to our body. The other thing with candida is that it is when your body has insufficient oxygen levels, it actually turns into a fungus, and it starts its function is to decompose the body. So that's not good. So that's when it actually starts like pricking in your intestinal tract to get out into your bloodstream to start breaking down the body. That's its function. So what melaleuca does is stop it from turning into that fungal form where it's going to start breaking down your body, because obviously that's not good. The caprylic acid in there, which you see at the bottom, that is a natural antifungal as well. And so that's why it was added in there. Then you've got the lemon and the lemongrass for detoxifying, and thyme is a really powerful hot oil as well. And then peppermint is added to this to help cool it down so that when you're taking it, it's not too warm in your body. Slim and Sassy is another component of doing this, and it helps support weight loss during this, but it also does a lot more. So Slim and Sassy is a blend, a metabolic blend, and we are used to using it for weight loss. And it's got citrus oils in there that help you detoxify. It has cinnamon that helps with your blood sugar levels, and ginger to help calm your stomach. But the really important function of it with a cleanse, and for anybody who's trying to lose weight and maybe they plateau and they don't know why they're not dropping weight anymore, there's a reason. So your body, when it takes in toxins, your liver either gets rid of it if it can, or it stores toxins inside of fat. And the reason for that is because it's trying to protect your vital organs. So if it can't get the toxins out, it's going to encapsulate them in fat to help protect your brain and your heart and different things like that. And so areas of your body like your stomach or your thighs or your butt, that's not vital to life. And so it's going to stick it there so that it's keeping your body safe. So if you've gotten to the point where you're not dropping weight anymore, it could be your body's hanging on to that fat because it's toxic and it doesn't want to let it go because it's trying to protect you. So doing Slim and Sassy during a weight loss, it's actually, because it's helping to detoxify, it allows your body to let go of that fat. So that's pretty cool. So that's a really neat function of the Slim and Sassy and why it's in the cleanse. So your gastrointestinal tract is 70% of your body's immune system. When this is not functioning properly is when all sorts of things can start showing up in your body. Your body's going to start talking to you when this is out of whack, through inflammation, through different things. And so a lot of autoimmune diseases come from an imbalance in the gastrointestinal tract. So when you can tackle this, you are helping support your body so it's not showing, manifesting in these different ways. So that's why doing this is so important. And if you are someone dealing with something, that's why this can be really beneficial to your body. So one of the ways your body tries to help itself, it's got your stomach acid, which is super acidic. It's got a pH of 1.3, and that's where it's trying to kill off bacteria that's entering your body. And the other thing that it has is this intestinal microflora. This is friendly bacteria. It helps with digestion. It helps prevent the growth of harmful pathogens. And so we want this to be in its good, intact form. And so the ways that it gets ruined is through physical stressors, through chemicals and toxins, eating an unhealthy diet, traveling, a little bit hard on your body. You're not eating foods that you're used to. You're not resting as much as you should. And antibiotics is a big one because they can't differentiate between good and bad bacteria or flora. It just they're useful, like when you need them, they're wonderful, but they wipe out everything because they don't know what's good and what's bad. So they just take everything out. When you have compromised microflora, that can show up in digestive discomfort, sensitivities to foods, allergies, that kind of thing. Chronic GI challenges, either you can't go or you go too much, fatigue, no energy, and an underactive immune system. So think about if you are supporting your microflora, all of these things that you're helping to turn down. You're helping turn down all these things in your body that you don't want by supporting a healthy microflora. And one of the ways that we can do that is with PB Assist, which is our probiotic. If you haven't taken this before, this is one of my favorite products because I love the science that went into the creation of this. So it has a probiotic bacteria and also a prebiotic fiber. What's really cool about these, as you can see from the picture here, is the double capsule of these pills. So when you're taking a probiotic, a lot of it is killed off in your stomach acid. It's a live bacteria and your stomach acid is 1.3. So when you're just taking like a powdered probiotic that has 5 billion flora or whatever, they know that a large portion of that is getting killed off in your stomach acid. So what doTERRA did is they double encapsulated it. You've got that clear capsule on the outside that gets dissolved in your stomach acid, and then that green capsule on the inside gets delivered into your intestines, so it can actually open up in there. So you're getting those important bacteria right in your digestive system where they need to be. And then that clear fluid that you see is a prebiotic. It's a food for them. So you're getting the bacteria to the right spot. You've given them food to set up shop. These are so effective. I know people who have been on very expensive probiotics and that they've gotten from all over the place, and they try these and they can really, really tell a difference for the first time. And it all has to do with that delivery system. The other neat thing about that is that green capsule is chlorophyll. And so chlorophyll oxygenates the plant. And so how we talked about candida turns south when it doesn't have enough oxygen and turns into that fungal form, you're helping stop that as well by giving your body that chlorophyll. So this is something that you can take every day, and it's just going to help with gut health overall in your body. So they've got 5 billion probiotic per capsule. And you can see that's just kind of like a graphic of, you've got that prebiotic fiber, you've got your microbes in there, and then you have that capsule on the outside to keep it safe and deliver it to your body. The other cool thing about our probiotic blend is a lot of probiotics either have bacteria for your upper GI or your lower GI, but not both. And that's the other thing about doTERRA, like they do their homework. So they have different bacteria for both sections of your GI tract. It takes different bacteria to colonize that. And so they've done all that work and they know what's supposed to go where. So that's really cool too. These fructooligosaccharides that is that prebiotic food. So it's just telling you about that. And that's setting up a food source for your healthy bacteria. Okay, so DDR prime is the last part of this. It's when you're on the home stretch of the 30-day cleanse, and now you are soothing and replenishing your body. DDR prime is an excellent blend, and it has frankincense, orange, lemongrass, thyme, summer savory, clove, and niaouli. And what it does is promote healthy cell turnover. So this is a product also that everybody should be taking every day, because as we talked about, we're combating so many toxins every day. And if your body's not assimilating that the right way, that's when you get unhealthy cell turnover and unhealthy growths in your body. So this is something that's going to help with healthy cells. The reason it's included in the cleanse is you have opened your exit pathways, you've detoxed, you've done the GX assist to kill off what's not supposed to be in your body. Now we're replenishing it with the PB assist and this DDR prime to help new healthy cells turn over. So this is the restorative part of the cleanse. You feel so good, mentally clear. You've got energy that you forgot you had, and it's a really fun thing to go through. So it comes in a capsule, and what it does is help support cellular immunity and cellular health. And it helps with a healthy response to free radicals. It's helping overall in your body with that frankincense in there. It's helping to promote your body to respond to things the way it's supposed to. And then it's in this soft gel for an easy delivery system, but it also does come in an oil. If you know somebody who can't swallow capsules, you can do it that way as well. So we've got a little graphic here that Millie helped me make. And it is just a visual of what you're doing for the 30 days. So for the full 30 days, you're doing Lifelong Vitality, Slim and Sassy, Zendocrine, and Terrazyme. So you're giving your body energy and nutrition with the Lifelong Vitality. You're helping your cells release the fat with the Slim and Sassy. And then Zendocrine is your chimney sweep. You're sweeping all of those out so you can detox. And then Terrazyme is your food enzyme. So you're breaking down and getting stuff out of your digestive tract. The Zendocrine is your detox blend. So that was the tangerine and cilantro and juniper berry and everything we talked about. That is going to help your body start detoxing and letting go of the metals and all that kind of stuff. That's what you're doing. You're doing all of that the first 10 days. Day 11, you add in GX Assist, and you're doing that for 10 days. Those are your big guns. That's what's helping with the candida and any other bacteria, fungus that's out of balance in your body. It's just going to help bring your body back to balance. And then the last 10 days is the replenishing and nourishing and renewing phase, and you're doing that with the probiotic and with the DDR prime. So that's basically in a nutshell, and we have another graphic, just if visually that's easier for you. But again, you're doing all of it. This one is assuming that you're already doing Lifelong Vitality and Slim and Sassy every day, but it's talking about what you do for the 30 days and then your 10-day increments. it's showing you there. So just to go over this, if this is something that you want to do, and we're going to be starting this in February, and we'll be doing it inside of Return to Wellness, and we have a guest who's going to be helping us with some exercise tips and some nutrition and diet tips as you guys are going through this. So if you want to do it, it's so much more fun and more effective to do it as a group, because the first few days is easy, and then as soon as it gets hard, if you're just doing it by yourself, it's really easy to just give up or cheat or just do a little bit. But if you've got a group doing it with you, it's a support system and it helps get you through it all of the way. So he's excited to join us. He has a lot of experience in this area, and so he's going to be bringing in some tips that are going to help you carry through. So if you don't have a doTERRA wholesale account yet, you can actually purchase all of this in a kit. And it's the Cleanse and Restore kit. It's $245, and it gives you everything that you see here. If you have your membership already, then what you can do is utilize your membership to work for you. So we have the Loyalty Rewards program, and it really is the smartest way to buy, because you are going to earn points back from everything that you order. And so the other cool part of it is if you're part of the Loyalty Rewards program, they have a deep discount on some of these supplements that you'll see at the bottom, that when you purchase a Lifelong Vitality pack, you can add on up to 3 of these at a big discount. So you can add on your PV Assist, which is normally $34.50, you can add it on for $20. The Terrazyme, which is normally $37.50, you can add on for $20. And if you're looking for some really reduced inflammation in your body, the Deep Blue polyphenols are amazing. They're normally $60, and you can add them on for $20. So you could add all 3 of those on to your Lifelong Vitality at a tremendous savings. So I just want to show that to you as well. And if you're not part of the Loyalty Rewards program yet and you are interested in it, this is how your percentage progresses. So like we talked about, Costco has a rewards program. Certain places have a rewards program. Your credit cards do, frequent flyer miles, but it's usually like 2 to 3% that you get back from your purchases in points. With doTERRA, you start at 10, and every month that you're ordering 50 PV or more, it counts in this cycle, and you earn points back from your order. So you start back at 10, month 4, it goes up to 15, until after a year, you've maxed out at 30%. So like now, when we order, and I'm getting my laundry detergent and my toothpaste and our Lifelong Vitality and probiotics and kids vitamins and all that stuff, every $100 order I place, I'm getting $30 back that I can use to buy more oils with. So it's a really generous program. And it's something that you just have to order something per month to keep it active. And when you're ordering through your Loyalty Rewards, or LRP program is it for short, you get your shipping back in points as well. So if there's a month that you can't run a big order, you could order a toothpaste, or you could order a lemon or something that you're running out of, your shipping you get back in points. So you're not out that, and it keeps it going. So this is something that it's a really generous program. They have an extra perk. If you order 125 PV by the 15th of the month, you get a free oil from doTERRA every single month. So that's a great way to grow your collection as well. So thanks for joining us. This was Healthy from the Inside Out. And if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. If you do want to take part in the cleanse with us, I'll be putting more details inside Return to Wellness. And I really hope you guys are enjoying that community. It's really our way to continue educating you after you sign up, because we don't want you to get stuff and not know how to use it. We really want you to understand what you have and understand what it can do for you and for your family. So that's the premise behind it, is just to have some continuing education. And I think as a group, we saw a lot of good feedback this month from people that were trying that 30-day challenge. And it was a lot of us that have been with doTERRA for quite a while too, which was kind of funny. Like, we're not always super consistent doing our stuff, myself included. So it's just me, and it goes back to just that tiny bit of accountability really making you stick with it. And so it's the same thing with this cleanse. If you're interested in doing it with us, just keep your eye out for the coming details. But it's just that little bit of accountability and doing it as a group that keeps it fun and keeps you with it all the way. And what you'll notice is if you have a lot of symptoms that are associated with different things, people really see a reduction in those after doing this. So it's just a thing, you know, try it out. You're not gonna lose anything, but you could gain a lot better quality of life and a lot better health afterwards. Do you guys have any questions? If you need me to unmute you, I can. You're good?
This was great, Beth. Thanks so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you could be on. Oh, I need to do the raffle. That's why you guys are all hanging out staring at me. Hang on. Okay, so we have like a random name generator, and so a friend of mine was helping put the names in there. And so what we were raffling off is the Zendocrine Detox Complex. And so that is that powder capsule in the white bottle. That's your chimney sweep, the one that's going to help clean out all your organs so that when you go to detox, the toxins can get out the correct way. So the winner of that is Jameson Walrath. So you're our winner. Congratulations. We'll be getting that out in the mail to you.
Appreciate it, Beth. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so Yuko said, what is the difference between DDR Prime and the CRS? So Alpha CRS is part of the Lifelong Vitality. That's the antioxidant blend. It has all the stuff Dr. Oz talks about for cellular health, like turmeric and coenzyme Q10, quercetin, all of those products are inside of that. And that is also the blend that helps your cells with energy. It goes in and tells your mitochondria to reproduce. So you're getting energy from a natural source. It's not a sugar, it's not a stimulant, it's not something that you're gonna crash from, it's just good sustained energy. And then the DDR Prime is the blend that is for healthy cell turnover. And so that's the one that you want to take. And what it's going to do, your cells have two options when they get damaged. They're supposed to. They're supposed to either self-destruct and go away, or they're supposed to repair themselves. But because of the amount of toxicity that we have, what's happening is they are damaged and they're not repairing, or they're not self-destructing and going away. They're mutating and turning into other things, growths of that nature. And so the DDR goes in cell by cell and says, okay, you're damaged, but repairable, fix yourself. Or you're too damaged, self-destruct, go away, don't turn into something else. And it's also a great one if you know somebody who's gone through chemo, because after chemo, you have millions of dead cells in your body. And so what this is gonna do is help, along with like Terrazyme and lemon, they can do the DDR Prime, and it's gonna help just rid the body of all that dead matter. And then new cells can grow, and then the DDR is going to help promote healthy cells growing, not damaged or unsavory cells. Are you talking to me, Nicole? I think you're muted if you are. Let me see, hang on. Let me unmute you. Okay, you're unmuted.
Thank you. If someone's not taking any of this, first of all, thank you so much. This was really informative. Mm-hmm. But somebody like myself has never taken any of this. Where do you suggest we start?
Really good question. So a great place to start is Lifelong Vitality, Terrazyme, and lemon or lemon sassy to help with the cleansing. And then you can baby step into this. It kind of depends on your lifestyle, how much toxic load you think you have in your body, what your past has been like. So Lifelong Vitality is great for everybody. Terrazyme, great for everybody. Lemon, Slim and Sassy, great for everybody. If you think you need to do that for a month and just kind of introduce that to your body, if you're a little more on the sensitive side, do that. Second month, continue it, but add the Zendocrine powder detox complex. And that's going to start opening up your exit pathways. do that for a month. And then the third month, you could do the cleanse.
Okay. So definitely the LLV and the Terrazyme.
Yes. And the probiotic, actually. Yes. The probiotic is good too.
Isn't that in the Terrazyme?
No.
Oh, that's the PB Assist. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Notes.
Hi, Beth.
No,
Can you hear
that's
me?
good.
Hi,
I'm
Beth. Can you
excited
hear
for
me?
you. Nicole's going to start taking some of the capsules. She hasn't taken any of them before, so that's good.
Can you hear me, Beth?
Yes, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm so sorry. My apologies for coming on late. I will replay as soon as it's ended. I just wanted to ask, I know Sam had a Zoom call like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and she had mentioned that along with the detox that she was going to work with you in regards to going through like the emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you're planning on doing like a Zoom call like in the middle of the detox?
Yeah, it will either be a Zoom call or it'll be a live. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm just going to kind of see how everybody is going. And as stuff starts coming up, we'll start addressing it. But yeah, it'll probably just be a live inside of Return to Wellness. We could do a full Zoom if people want to. We could do both.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, the last thing I want is myself to quit or other people to quit. So I was going through a lot last year and I quit. I was almost there, but I did quit. So I don't want to do that again. But I didn't understand what I was going through. So, but also to support my team in the sense of going through the detox and being able to understand a day-by-day process and what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. And part of it, you guys, the worst culprit is sugar. When you try to cut out that bad boy, it does not, your body, it does not like it. So that is where you feel the most discomfort, I think. But it's the best thing to get rid of, because if you know what sugar does to your cell, it feeds all sorts of bad stuff. So cutting that out, getting through that process is a little interesting, but on the other side, you feel so good. And that's the neat part. And that's what we'll be talking about is we're encouraging you through the last 10 days. You feel so clear-headed and you have so much energy. You don't want to introduce that stuff back to your body. I remember the first time I did it, at first it was hard. We'd go out to dinner and I'm like, I can't have wine, But at the end, you feel so good that it's like, I don't want to put that in my body. Like everything feels really clean. It's like after you go to the dentist and your teeth are cleaned, you don't want to eat because your teeth feel so good. It's kind of the same thing. Everything feels so clean and fresh. You're like, I don't want to gunk it up again.
Is there any tips, like I know for myself or like Samantha or many other people who love coffee, just different green teas, or maybe even before the date starts of the 30-day detox of different, like the top 10 most tips and tricks while doing a detox or something?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll put that together. Definitely the more we can start cleaning up our diet before we start, the easier it will be. And so coffee and sugar are kind of the biggest ones. I love coffee. That's my hardest thing for sure. Absolutely. But I will ask, Sandra found some coffee alternative she was raving about. So I will ask her about that. But it just may end up being drinking more cinnamon sassy and water. I don't know. I've tried some of the different things and I don't know.
I've done different detoxes in the past, and like I said, I was almost there the 30 days. It was like day 22, I think. But I went through 2 weeks of withdrawal from caffeine because I love coffee, I love soda, so that is my weakness, and I can understand and recognize that. But the headaches, the migraines, shaking, just really moody, I mean, that was something that I was able to somehow tolerate for 2 weeks, and I was able to replace with different types of like green teas, and so I did okay. But understanding myself and other people, that way I can have different tips and tricks, but also just a different perspective of what else has everyone else tried that maybe that's better than my idea. So
because we know we're doing it in February, even like I'm starting to do it too, is starting to wean yourself off coffee slowly helps with the headaches. So if you want to go to if you do 2 cups a day, start a cup a day. If you do a cup a day, do half a cup a day. If you do 4 cups a day, go down to 2. But just start over the next couple of weeks weaning yourself off. That way you're not trying to stop cold turkey, and then it helps with those headaches and those icky feelings.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for this.
You're welcome.
Hey, Beth.
Yes?
I just have a question about, I know early on you were talking about the whole, I don't know, kit or whatever for people that don't already have a membership and everything, or have an account. And so I was like trying to figure out, if we do have our account, the best way to use the LRP template and everything and to purchase this stuff. And I mean, so far what I've come up with is, getting the LVP package and then getting like the Parazyme with that.
Mm-hmm. And the PB Assist.
Well, the PB Assist I was looking at getting the, what is it, the Clean and Renew?
Mm-hmm.
It has the PB Assist in it.
Is that the PB Assist or the GX Assist?
Yes.
Oh, you've been doing your homework. I love it.
I'm trying to. So I figure if I get the Clean and Renew and then get the LVP with the, I'll get my Terrazyme there. And then I'm also wanting to get the Deep Blue complex because for some other issues.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would just have to do Zendocrine I've already got actually. So then just having the DDR Prime and the Lemon, and that makes all the components for the cleanse, right?
And Slim and Sassy, do you have that?
Oh, no, I don't have that one. That's one. Okay. So that's the other one. Okay. So that basically is going to be the most cost-effective way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we're going to start it on about February 10th because we want people to be able to run their LRP in February. And like, if you are collecting all that stuff, then if you run it in that first part of the month and it's over 125, you'll get the free oil as well. So just know that, like, you're going to have that time. We want people to have time to accumulate the stuff.
Oh, definitely. Do you happen to know, or is there a way to find out what the free product of the month is ahead of time?
Nope. That drops at midnight. Let me trust me. We always wonder. They won't tell us because we have loose lips. We can't keep
We
it
stay until midnight to find out.
Okay.
Yep.
I have a question about the Terrazyme, not the Terrazyme, but the Zendocrine, the complex versus the oil. Is there one that you can take the daily? I've had mixed answers to that. Can you take the complex daily without a problem?
So here's my thoughts on that. It is cleansing your body. It's good. I think for, especially depending on if you have a history of a lot of medication use or different things, it may take more than 1 month to open up all your pathways, especially depending on age, like how long you've been on this planet is going to depend on how much we're trying to repair, right? So if you in the beginning, if you want to do it like 2 or 3 months even in a row, you're just doing 1 or 2 a day, helping open up those exit pathways, that's good. I would just give your body a break like every quarter, just so that we don't always want to be cleansing. We want times that it can rest and nourish too. So that's kind of my thoughts on that.
Okay. Thank you.
And then the Zendocrine oil is a detox. So you definitely want to do that and take a break from it as well. This whole 30-day protocol, especially after you've done it one time and you've cleansed your body and opened everything up, it's meant to be done like quarterly, or spring and fall are good times to cleanse as the seasons are changing. So just kind of keep that in mind.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, thanks so much for being on, you guys. And I will get this recording posted as well, in case you have other team members who weren't able to get on so they can watch. And I hope that we have a lot of you with us in February so we can all be non-coffee drinkers together, support each other.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Millie's like,
Beth.
I'm out. All right, have a good night, you guys.
Thanks, Beth. This was great.
Bye.